Hello students, I am Parveen Taj, your KPT madam. Let's start the first lesson in history, sources of history. What do we mean by history? History is a systematic study of the past, is it not? And how is it written or built? We know that every subject, everything has a history behind it. History is written on the basis of sources or different materials connected with it. Today, in this lesson, we are going to study the meaning of sources, necessity of sources to construct history, types of sources. Under types of sources, we have literary sources and archaeological sources. Let's do one activity. Let's assume there is team 1 and team 2. Team 1 will collect the materials to play cricket, and team 2 will tell us the ingredients needed to prepare coffee. Now assume all of you. Now we can see here that team 1 says to play cricket we need ball, bat, stumps, helmet, gloves, etc. And coffee needs milk, sugar, coffee powder, water, etc. Is it not? Now what do we observe from these findings? We need different ingredients or different materials to prepare different things. Can we call them as sources? Can we prepare or build anything without sources? No. If there are no sources, there is no history. Now can we define the meaning of sources? Sources are the basic materials necessary for the construction of history. You know, human beings in the past had created many facilities to lead their life since ancient times. If the things used by human beings in the past have remained, then they are sources or things used by human beings, and the historians call them as sources. Hence, the agricultural tools left by earlier people, forts, coins, inscriptions, arms, materials used for different purposes, temples and other religious buildings can be called as sources. Now, the types of sources. Sources are divided into two: literary means written and archaeological. Under written sources, we have native literature written by the local authors and foreign literature written by foreign authors. Under archaeological sources, we have inscriptions, coins, monuments and other ruins. Native literature. What is native literature? Literature produced by Indians is called native literature. Literary sources produced by Indians is called native literary sources. Some examples of native literature you can see here. Vishakadatta has written Mudra Rakshasa, Kalhanas, Rajatarangini, Ashwaghosha's Buddha Charita, Kautilya's Arthashastra, Tripitikas of Buddhist literature, and Amogha Varsha wrote Kaviraja Marga. Foreign literature. What is foreign literature? The writings of foreign visitors, explorers and scholars comprise of foreign literature. Literary sources produced by foreigners is called foreign literary sources. Examples of foreign literature. You know, many foreigners who visited India as travelers, ambassadors, businessmen, official, and missionaries have recorded their observation and experiences in their works. Like Megasthenes wrote Indica, Hyun Sang wrote Siyuki, Fahins Gokhoki, Farishtas Tarike Farishta, Ptolemy's Geography, Babur's Tuzuki Babari. These are some of the foreign visitors here. Hyun Sang, Barbosa, Fahin, Marco Polo, Ibn Battuta. These travelers visited Indian kings during different periods. They stayed and they have written their observations, which are the main sources, one of the main sources of writing history. Now, there are some drawbacks of written literature or written sources. Exaggeration, hyperbole, and loyalty to one's master may tempt the writers to exaggerate the information. Exaggeration means writing more than what is true. For example, I will have a feeling about somebody with whom I am working which may not be true also. I assume things and I write. That is exaggeration. Similarly, in foreign literature, due to lack of knowledge, due to lack of local, they come here, stay for only few years, and they assume, they imagine things to be in their own way. So, due to the lack of local knowledge, many misgivings or wrong informations are recorded. Now, there is oral history also. Oral literature, oral sources are sources in the form of folk story, folk songs, folk legends, ballads, and other that pass on from one person to another by word of mouth. Since the beginning of human life, human beings are passing on their experiences in the form of story, songs, ballads, orally from generation to generation. The folk people have created ballads about their local heroes like Kumara Rama, the Nayakas of Chitradurga, Kempe Gowda, Tippu Sultan, Sangoli Rayanna, Kittur Chennamma, Meadows Taylor, etc. People have been singing songs upon them. That is called as oral source. Legends. They are also referred to as Sthala Puranas. Puranas. Sthala means of local. Puranas. Purana andre kate. They reflect social beliefs of the people. This is one example of Sthala Purana. These pictures depict the social life and belief of the people of that time. Now, the next source is archaeological. These are very important sources, you know. They are found in the form of inscriptions, coins, monuments, and other ruins. Archaeological sources are available not only on the surface of the earth but also hidden deep in the depths of the earth. The hidden things in the earth are dug out by excavation. So, what is excavation? When the historians come to know that some civilizations and some things were there in the past, they start digging the earth and they take out those sources. That process of digging the earth is called as excavation. Harappan civilization came to light only due to the process of excavation. You must have seen, and in the coming lessons also you are going to study all this in detail. During excavation, ruins of buildings, inscriptions, coins, terracotta pieces, bangles, seals, beads, bone pieces, metals, and others have been found. These are analyzed by applying various scientific methods to understand the life of people of those times. Now, let's see inscriptions. Inscriptions mean engraved writing, something is engraved on some materials. What are they? They are engraved on stone, rock, metal, ivory, terracotta and other materials. Inscriptions are more reliable as these have a direct relationship with the then events. So the kings or the rulers or the other people engrave on these things to depict the life of the people of the then period. So this is a very important and reliable source of writing history. Thousands of inscriptions are found in Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Sanskrit, Prakrit languages. Samudragupta's Allahabad pillar inscription, Immadi Pulakeshi's Aihole inscription, Kharavela's Hatigumpa inscriptions, other inscriptions portray these inscriptions portray the military achievements of the rulers. The Uttara Meruru inscription narrate the rural administration of Chola kings. Inscriptions also portray many political, social, cultural, economic, educational, religious aspects. Now, as you can see, the inscription on the pillar during Mauryan Emperor Ashoka, these inscriptions are in Brahmi script and in Prakrit language. So, they also give lot of historical sources. This is the first inscription in Kannada, which is called as Halmidi inscription. It is written in Kannada language during the king Kakatusa Varma of the Kadamba dynasty. Now, this is inscription on iron pillar during the period of great Gupta ruler Chandragupta Vikramaditya. Till date, this pillar stands without rusting, showing the scientific or the technological knowledge during ancient times. Now, coming back to coins. You must have been using coins, is it not? Coins are valuable sources of information regarding the religion, culture, administration, social and economic aspects of the periods to which they belong to, and the study of coins is called as numismatics. See, you can see gold coins of Samudragupta. During Samudragupta period, he had minted 8 gold coins, it seems. So, these coins are analyzed, they are studied to build lot of information about Samudragupta. See how beautiful they are. All the 8 are gold coins. Then, this is the Roman coin mold, which is being displayed for the first time since its excavation in 1993. When it was excavated, it was found in India. This indicates that fake coins were in circulation around 19th to 20th centuries ago. It is a terracotta mold. This also proves that Romans had trade contacts with India. Now, these are other coins. You can see, you have to see this video a number of times to understand it. Okay, I will be scrolling it fast because I can't do it for a longer time, but you can keep it and observe it and learn it. These are the silver coins of Delhi Sultans and these are the coins of Alexander period. Now, see, I have displayed a 100 rupee note just to tell you what are the informations we get here. So, you can note down this and you have to collect some more coins and build your observations on those things. See, you can see it later. Now, coming back to monuments. These are the living examples to show how rich the cultural heritage of India was. What are monuments? Monuments have been created for thousands of years and they are often the most durable and famous symbols of ancient civilizations. What are they? They are found in the form of palaces, temples, forts, pillars, buildings, etc. See, you can see Somnathpur temple in Karnataka. What a beautiful architecture. This itself shows what kind of artistic creativity was there among the people. Sanchi Stupa in Madhya Pradesh. See, the style is so different from one another. And Somnath temple in Gujarat. What a beautiful image it is. Then you have Mysore Palace. You must have, many of you must have seen this, how beautiful it is. Then Hawa Mahal in Rajasthan. See how beautiful it is. You can see the lot of differences between North Indian and South Indian temples. You have to note down these differences. These differences only will highlight the style of architectural style and the other things about the kings and what are the materials used, all that you should note down and see. Now, some of the monuments again I have put, see, Whispering Gol Gumbas and Mehruli's Iron Pillar, just now you saw, they are the symbols of knowledge and knowledge in science and technology. Then you have Taj Mahal in Agra, which is a symbol of love and grandeur. You can see it is built in white marble. This also shows the rich cultural heritage of Mughal period. Look at this Ajanta cave temples. It is in the cave temples of Ajanta, Ellora and Elephanta depict the mastery and craftsmanship in sculpture and painting. They are the living proof of India's rich cultural heritage. See how beautiful it is. Then you have Kailasha temple at Ellora, depict the mastery over painting and sculpture. See the sculpture, how beautiful it is. Then Ajanta caves. Okay, see the caves. This is one part of the cave I have highlighted. These are the caves. They show the mastery over sculpture. Elephanta caves. See how the sculpture is. Then Chittor's Vijayastamba is the symbol of victory of Rana Kum king. It is called as Tower of Victory. Then Pattadukallu, you know Pattadukallu, Aihole temples. They explain the evolution or they are the cradles of Indian temple architecture, they say. They are the World Heritage Center. See how beautiful they are. This is Aihole, Badami and Hampi. They are the World Heritage Center, and you know, students across the globe come here to do their research in archaeology. And Nalanda International University of ancient period. You know, students across the globe used to come here, stay here for years and do their research work. So Nalanda University and the madrasa built by Gawan of Bidar. The architecture of madrasa of Gawan narrate the importance of education given by those kings even during ancient period. Now look at the fort of Srirangpatna. The fort of Srirangpatna explains the accomplishment in the area of defense technology. Now you will see what amount of what kind of technology. This is the outer look of Srirangpatna, and see here, these are the jails, underground prisons. Okay, they are called as dungeons. They are the underground prison where the prisoners were kept. So very scientifically it is done. They are dark without windows, and it was a punishment given to them. So thus monuments are the living history of India's rich cultural heritage. They are the sources to write history. They throw light on the contemporary cultural, social, religious and political aspects of that period. They depict the economic growth, scientific knowledge, skill and creativity of those people. These monuments fascinate the travelers across the globe, and they are the subject for architectural research. Now apart from this, there are other ruins also based on various pieces of things found, you know, during excavation. Different things like terracotta, bangles, beads, seals are procured during excavation. These depict the socio cultural, economic, political and religious life of the then people. We can understand the food habits and their business pattern also. How is it done? It is done by applying carbon 14 dating procedure on the biological ruins. Biological ruins are what? Dead animals, birds and trees. Found in these sites, one can arrive at the accurate period of the ruins. Now carbon 14 is a radioactive carbon done again on the biological fossils. Now It's a very small lesson. I have finished it. I want you to do this project work, collect the stamps of different countries of various periods and note down your observation and try to build information regarding the respective countries. And the other thing is, I want you to prepare a project on the architectural sources of history with respect to India. Now I have got some questions also for you to answer. You have to answer these questions and write down in your homework book. Keep smiling. I hope you have understood the lesson. Thank you. Good day and goodbye.